Hello, I'm Wade Franks from the great state of Alabama. I was always taught in my life to always not pray until I was satisfied, but to always pray until I was surprised. And there's always an exciting, unexpected thing that happens to us when we come to Vietnam. We have our original itinerary, but there's always some wonderful things that God does in between all of our scheduled events. And yesterday afternoon we were visiting a local church where we had helped with the electrical and the plumbing and the finishing of a Bible school. And we ate lunch with them. And in the afternoon, our Vietnam representative, Dr. An, come to us and said that we had an opportunity to visit this very poor family about 15 miles from the church. So we were so excited to go, and only 3 of us could go and attend this meeting with them because it was out in the countryside. So we were blessed to be able to go there, and so we went and we arrived at their home, and it was true. It was a very poor family. And in my 12 years of being involved with Mission Vietnam, it was probably the most touching moment that I've ever had in all the trips that I've made, and I've made 21 trips. But we ran into a family there that these boys that are sitting beside me here today, their father had passed away, and it was just them and their mother alone. And they're all Christians. Both of these boys are born-again believers, and they love Jesus, and their mother loves him. But some of her family have not ever converted to Christianity, so it's very difficult for them. But after their dad died, I mean, they had no money. The place that they live is, you just have to see it with your own eyes to believe that these boys could live there, but that's where they live. So they shared the story with us about what had taken place in their family and how that they had talked to Jesus about it time and time again, and wondered where the next meal was actually going to come from. And they had very little, but they did have some rice and not much meat at all. And so then these young boys, one of them's in the 8th grade, just went to the 8th grade, the other one's in the 6th, and one's 14 and the other one is 12. And their mother was sharing with us how difficult it was for not only her but to them that they were going to have to drop out of school because she could not afford to send them to school. But she was preparing anyway for the next school year, so she bought 3 cows. And she was going to raise those cows, sell those cows, and then use that money to continue her boys' education. And then Jesus showed up. We were allowed to, by the Lord, to visit their home without them knowing we were coming. Nobody knew this was going to happen. And that's what's so exciting about the mission work in Vietnam and how the Lord is moving in this country right now. So we were able to go there and share with them, and we were able to go there and pray with them and share with them what we wanted to do for them. And the mother was crying, and the boys were crying, and we were crying, and we just had a great time. But the most important thing about this whole visit was the presence of the Holy Spirit in that place. And so they didn't know us, and we didn't know them. And God joined us together for such a time as this. And so in doing that, we are going to be able to build them a home. We're thinking between maybe $6,000 to $9,000, somewhere in that range. And we're also going to be able to send them to school and make sure that they continue their education. And there's something else about these boys. They're great Bible students also. They love the Lord. And so they do very, very well in church. And I looked on the little cabinet that they had. Wasn't much to it, but all of their awards were on this cabinet from school. So I just want to share with you today that these guys are the real deal. And the work that we're doing in Vietnam is the real deal. And if you've been praying, and if you've been looking for something to plant in, well, I'm telling you, here it is. And so this group with Mission Vietnam is one of the greatest groups of people that I've ever been around. And I get so excited every year because we always have someone new that the Lord adds to this ministry. And we're just thankful to be in Vietnam. And I want to see these guys grow up because I believe that they're going to be anointed men of God. And so, you know, we're just giving you the opportunity to be a part of their lives, whether or not you ever meet them or not, because it's not about credit, it's about reward. And so we wanted to share that with you. And if you can't do anything financially to help these boys with a home and with their education, pray for them, because God's doing some great things in Vietnam, and we're just thankful to be here and be blessed by it. God bless you.